The soldier was lucky to step on a landmine. He quickly grabbed the boy's arm. When the captain saw this, he became nervous because the boy was his brother. Fortunately, the soldier only gave his last words and then let go of the boy. After all the teammates ran far away, the soldier cried and triggered the landmine. The boy watched in horror as his close friend was blown up in front of him. His expression slowly changed from fear to hatred. From that moment on, his attitude toward the war also changed. Due to the urgent situation on the front line, they had to cross the swamp quickly. But the swamp was filled with countless landmines. When no one knew what to do, the usually quiet boy suggested something, using Soviet civilians to clear the mines. The captain couldn't believe what he heard. His young brother had always hated the war. Since the boy had joined the battlefield, he hadn't even fired a single shot, and now he was so cold and ruthless. Still, the suggestion was accepted, and they began forcing Soviet civilians into the swamp. When another explosion went off, the boy's face showed no emotion. A week later, the temperature dropped to -40 degrees. Originally, the German army planned to end the fight before Christmas, so they hadn't prepared any winter clothes. But the lightning war had completely failed, and to avoid freezing to death, they had to steal clothes from the enemy. One day, the boy went out to get food, but on the way, he ran into Soviet soldiers. Although he immediately ran back toward the camp and his team provided fire support, he still fell in the middle of the gunfire. The captain quickly grabbed a machine gun and shot back fiercely, forcing the Soviet soldiers to retreat. When the Soviets left, he hurried to climb out of the trench and check on his brother. Luckily, the bullets hadn't hit the boy. Soon after, the Soviets began their counterattack, and the main German forces had to retreat. But the team was sent to storm the telegraph station. Because the gap between the two sides was too large, their machine gun position was soon destroyed. Watching his teammates fall one by one, and seeing his brother blown away by a rocket, the boy completely broke down. He picked up a machine gun and shouted as he ran out. The Soviets didn't expect any counterattack, and they were caught off guard, allowing him to charge all the way to the telegraph station. But when he opened the door to the telegraph station, he found it had already been abandoned. Meanwhile, the captain, who had been knocked out by the explosion, woke up. Thinking all his teammates were dead, he had no choice but to leave the battlefield alone. The boy didn't regain his senses until the Soviets surrounded the telegraph station. He then put on Soviet clothes and, using his fluent Russian, managed to escape. But in his confusion, he forgot to change out of the Soviet uniform, and his own men mistook him for a Soviet soldier and shot him.